What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Good Practice. I'm Phil, here at one of my favorite places on earth, the Washington Learning Center. It's part of the Cleveland Metro Parks and home to the First Tee here in Cleveland. We have a standard full body class. I have blocks with me, totally optional. If you have them, feel free to grab them. And today we're actually going to get started standing. I'll meet you towards the front of your mat. Feet about shoulder distance apart. Arms are at your sides with your hands facing the front of your mat for mountain pose. We're going to be here for 3 rounds of breath to get grounded in a standing posture. So take any little micro adjustments in your feet to feel balanced. Start to feel a sense of grounding through all 4 corners of your feet. And then we'll breathe in through the nose, lengthen our spine. And exhale slowly through your mouth. Another breath in together. As you exhale, let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Always that dance between feeling grounded and rooted in the earth while also flexible higher up in our body. One more round together, big breath in. And breathe out. Good. Take any micro adjustments you need in your feet. We're going to work into our neck to get started. Take our right hand to the outside of our head on the left side. We'll stay neutral here, so we're not just going to start stretching. We're going to begin with a big breath in, lengthening our spine. And as you breathe out, slowly stretch the left side of your neck, not aggressively. Lengthen your spine as you inhale and deepen the stretch on your exhale. Good, and release. We're going to switch sides. Left hand, right side of your head. Neutral spine, big breath in. And the small stretch on your first exhale. More breath in. And exhale, just get a little bit deeper. And release. Work into the rear part of our shoulder. Take your left arm across your chest, hug it in with your right. And again, keeping our gaze straight throughout this entire stretch. We're going to breathe in. And on our exhale, take a small twist over to the right while keeping your gaze towards the front of your mat. Lengthen your spine on your next inhale. And exhale, see if you can twist a little bit further. And unwind, shake it out. We're going to switch sides, right arm across, hug it with your left. Keep everything towards the front of your mat on your breath in. And exhale for that twist to the left. Chin might touch your shoulder here. Sidebar, but Ben Hogan used to wear out his shirts in this spot on his left shoulder, and his backswing would rub against his chin, and he makes reference to that in 5 Lessons. It's kind of a fun little deal. And release. Go ahead and shake it out. We're going to make our way onto all fours and then to a seat. We're cross-legged. We're going to take our right hand onto our left knee. Bring our left hand behind us. Try and, without pushing too hard, Just draw your sternum back towards the front of your mat. We'll begin in neutral. And on your inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you breathe out, we'll take that small twist over to the left. Gaze shifts back behind you. This time, lengthen your spine as you breathe in. And exhale, push just a touch deeper. And release. Switch sides. Left hand, right knee, right arm behind you. Everything settles towards the front of your mat. Lengthen your spine as you breathe in. Exhale, gentle twist on side 2. One more inhale, find neutral in your spine, and exhale. Shift your gaze over your right shoulder and release. All right, now we're gonna make our way onto all fours and stay there for a moment. Wrists are underneath our shoulders, knees under our hips, tops of our feet relatively flat on the mat. And we're actually gonna flip our grip. So we're gonna bring the underside of our wrist towards the front of the mat and just gently lean back, bring your glutes towards your heels. And this is gonna be a slow, active forearm stretch. Just little pulses, not cranking, still warming up. This is where we can start to notice little imbalances, not passing judgment on them. But man, is my right wrist tighter than my left. Let's take 2 more. Good. We're going to make our way to a low push-up. Hands are at your sides near your rib cage, and then release your forearms onto the mat. Setting up Sphinx pose here. We're going to find grounding through our forearms, 4 corners of our palms, through the quads, down into our feet, the tops of our feet. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release. And on your next breath in, going to pinch a pencil between our shoulder blades. Okay, and draw our chest away from the mat using our back actively, almost like you were doing a seated row in some ways. So on your next breath in, move through Sphinx. Exhale, release. We're gonna do 2 more rounds. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Exhale, down. Inhale, Sphinx. Exhale, down. And back up to all fours. If you do have blocks, this is a nice use of them. We're gonna make our way into puppy. If you've been here before, you've probably seen puppy previously. If not, I just want to do a quick comparison to child's pose. So in child's pose, we would sit all the way back onto our feet, walk our hands long, really feel that into the low back, all the way through the lats. It's a great stretch, but puppy's a little bit different. The dynamics are similar, okay? But I want to draw your attention to the angle created kind of in my knee crease here. In child's pose, that collapses all the way down and my hamstrings end up on top of my calves. In puppy, you might have to walk your arms a little bit longer, and we're gonna keep this 90-degree angle. Walk our hands as far forward as we need until you feel a feeling very similar to if you were hanging from a pull-up bar. Great shoulder opener. Take a breath in, find neutral in your spine, and exhale a bit deeper. If you can, release your head to the mat. 2 more rounds of breath here. You might even press a little bit through your forearms if you want a more intense stretch. Now, if you're on blocks, walk your hands back to make your way up to all fours. If not, that should be an easier movement, and we'll meet here in tabletop. Wrists underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. If you have blocks, you're welcome to bring them underneath your hands. We'll curl our back toes under, high plank, high push-up, to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet one leg at a time. First time today, kind of working into your calves, hamstrings, back of your knee. On your next inhale, right leg rises. Go ahead and open up your hip. Let your right foot fall just a little bit over to the left side. Might feel that through your side and oblique on the right. Then bring it back to meet your left. And on your next inhale, we're going to take that on side 2. Left leg rises, open up. And bring it back. Inhale, bend your knees, shift your gaze forward, and slowly walk to the front of your mat. And take a seat in chair pose, hands together at heart center. Welcome to bring your arms up like a Y, YMCA style, or keep them at heart center, or even down towards the ground. Good, see if you could lower a little bit deeper, and release to a forward fold. And just hang in ragdoll. Take your right hand to your left elbow, left hand, right elbow. Rock a little bit from side to side. All right, lower your hands down. Inhale up to a straight back, halfway lift. Exhale your hands down, step your right foot back. We're here in this sprinter's lunge. And rise up, hands overhead, high lunge. Start to feel this in your right groin. Really stable, using your left quad. Find grounding through the 4 corners of your left foot. Awesome. And then lower that back heel down. Shift your hips to face the front of your mat for Warrior 1. Then lower your left hand down to the inside of your left foot. Feel free to use a block for side angle. Good. Lower your right hand down. Make your way back through to high lunge. Warrior 1. And then bring your right hand to your right hamstring and reverse your warrior. Cartwheel your hands, frame your left foot, step your left foot back, shift your weight forward, lower all the way down. Release the tops of your feet to the mat, and we'll inhale up for baby cobra. Exhale down, curl your back toes under, push up, down dog. Your inhale, raise your left leg high. Step it through. Rise up, high lunge. And we're gonna be here for 3 rounds of breath. Lower your hands, step your right foot forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale your hands together through heart center. Back up. Exhale, release, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, straight back. Exhale your hands down, step your left foot back, and rise up, high lunge. We're gonna repeat that sequence on side 2. Again, before we make our way to Warrior 1, let's find stability through our right foot. Stability by engaging that right quadricep, and then lower your left heel down. And bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot for side angle. All right, left hand comes down. Move your right hand to the outside of your right foot, sprinter's lunge, and rise up into high lunge. Warrior 1. Left hand to your left hamstring and reverse your warrior. Cartwheel your hands to frame your front foot. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, rise up, sweep your arms overhead. Breathe out, hands come through heart center. Breathe in, back up. Exhale, forward fold. Into a ragdoll. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale your hands down, step back. Rise up, high lunge. And release. Step your right foot back. Shift your weight forward, lower down, all the way. Inhale up, baby cobra. We're gonna take 3 rounds. Exhale, lower back down. Breath in. Release as you breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Take a rest. Bring your hands, your arms crossed towards the front of your mat. Take a moment and rest using your arms as a pillow. Great sequence there. Take your time. We'll meet in a high push-up. Okay, we're gonna move from high plank to forearm plank, one arm at a time. So bring your left forearm onto your mat, and then your right. Hold. Left hand, right hand. Great. We have 3 rounds. Left forearm, right forearm. Steady. Big breath in, lengthen your spine. Back up to your left hand, right hand. Only one more. Lower your left forearm down. Lower your right arm. And slowly Release your body to your mat, returning to our cross-armed rest. Good work, everyone. A little bit of core work there before we move into some more restorative, longer holds. At your own speed, make your way onto your back. Arms are at your sides, kind of resting here in corpse pose. And then bring the bottoms of your feet to your mat. Heels should be 12 to 18 inches away from your glutes. We're setting up bridge. First, we're going to take a supported bridge pose. We're going to do 3 rounds of bridge. The first 2 are going to be supported. The last one will not be. If you have blocks, that's perfect. We'll use those for our support. If not, you're welcome to use your fists. Okay? Now, with bridge, it's often taught, kind of think about a straight line from your knees all the way through into your collarbones. Rather than focusing on the height of our bridge, our goal today is to make sure that we're activating our hamstrings to bring ourselves up, rather than just kind of thrusting your pelvis towards the sky. It's more of actively engaging your hamstrings. So before we move into bridge, I just want you to rest here for a moment. Bring your hands down so your palms are facing down at your sides. And from here, I almost want you to picture, like if you were doing a hamstring curl, either lying or in a seated hamstring curl machine. That's the feeling we want. Draw your hamstrings, like flex your hamstrings like you're flexing your biceps to propel yourself up, and hold in your glutes, in your hamstrings, all that strength to just create a perfectly engaged back body, okay? That's all we're trying to do. Now, you can do that with your fists underneath your glutes or underneath your tailbone, just as much as you can do it if you're getting all kinds of space. So, again, if you have a block, go ahead and grab that. We're gonna put it underneath us. If you don't, use your fists. Find steady there wherever you are. We're going to be here for 3 breaths. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, flex those hamstrings and glutes. If you feel your body wanting to rise up off the support, that's okay. Don't go too far on this first round. We really just want that active feeling of using our hamstrings and glutes to draw our pelvis upwards. Good. Wherever you are, release. Okay, and on our second round, we're going to rise up into a full bridge, but then make our way back down onto our supports. So if you have a block, keep your hands at your sides. If you don't have a block, I'm going to ask you to also have your hands at your sides. We're not using our supports yet. We're going to find grounding through the 4 corners of our palms. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, push the ground away from you. Push through your feet as you activate your hamstrings. Good. Now make sure your block is there. If you don't have a block, now is the time to bring your fists underneath and super slowly lower down and find the support. Again, we're not dumping into our support. Our glutes and hamstrings are still firing. Awesome job. Gonna be here for 2 more rounds of breath, active. And if you have fists underneath, remove them, lower all the way down to your mat. If you have a block, go ahead and remove it. Bring your tailbone flat onto the mat. Good. Now for our third round, we're going to take it without support and we're going to hold it high. Not comically high, but just neutral. So find a bit of grounding through your feet, through your hands. Take a big breath in together. And as you breathe out, push the ground away from you with your feet. Engage your hamstrings for bridge. We're going to be here for 3 slow rounds of breath. Keep the hamstrings and glutes firing. Feeling like your hamstrings and glutes are almost working in and up, spiraling in and up to create that nice base. Actively pressing through the bottoms of your feet. One more round of breath here. And release, slowest one of the day. Like slower than you could ever imagine. Keeping your hamstrings engaged until your body meets your mat. Great work. Now tee your arms out wide. Just windshield wiper your knees side to side. Setting up a supine figure 4. Make your way back into that bridge prep pose. And then, excuse me, bring the outside of your right ankle to the front of your left quad. Now for some of you might be feeling this already. Really turning on through the outside of your right hip, down through the side of your thigh. That's great. This is plenty, honestly. If you want a little bit more stretch, you can heel toe your left foot towards the left edge of your mat. Not a ton, maybe 5 inches or so. And then interlace your fingers underneath your left hamstring and rock backwards, bringing your left foot off the mat for a bit more of an intense figure 4. Mega slow motion release. Left foot down. Release your right foot and switch sides. Left leg over your right. And match whatever you did on side 1. Heel toe to the right edge of my mat. Interlace my fingers. And just mirror what I did on the other side. Noticing any changes in tightness. And it doesn't have to be that, your right side is tight and your left side isn't. Sometimes it's different on different sides. So my left glute is super tight, but the outside of my left thigh is pretty open. And then on the other side, it's a little bit more of the opposite. And release. Very good. Now roll onto your right side, use both hands, push the ground away from you. Making our way towards the end of class, but we're going to work into our groin a little bit here in frog pose. It's easy to go a little bit too hard on this, wedge yourself into a position where it's hard to get out of it. So we're going to meet in what I guess you could say is like a wide-legged all fours, so our knees are wider than our hands. And just go inch by inch, feel where you start to feel a little bit of tension in your groin. And then using a fair amount of pressure into our hands as support, just slowly start to rock your glutes back towards your heels. And this is ever so slightly dynamic and active, kind of like we did at the beginning of class with our forearm stretch. We're not trying to do the splits here and get stuck. That's not the point. Smooth movement. Rocking forwards and back. Great for the adductors. These kind of muscles along the inside of your legs here. I guess on the Ben Hogan motif, also a 5 lessons takeaway. Mr. Hogan always talked about wanting to feel like he was using the inside muscles, kind of through his center line, and that when the outside muscles took over, they were swing wreckers. So this is a good way to feel your adductors turn on, increase flexibility. Before we make our way into Shavasana, I do want to offer you the chance, if you like this and it feels good, keep rocking here. Or you could lower down onto your forearms for a little bit of a static hold here in a modified frog posture. Make your way back onto your hands. Shift back to face the front of your mat. And then take a seat. This time our head's gonna be the other side of our mat, towards the back of our mat. Take any little subtle movements you need before our final rest today. I would suggest happy baby. Rock a little bit side to side. Good. Let's hug our knees in towards our chest. Tee our arms out wide. And let our knees fall over to the right. Take our gaze over our left hand for our final twist. Really downshifting here into a state of calm. No more quadricep work, no more core work. Just moving into complete rest. Move back through to center. Hug your knees in. Rock a little bit from side to side. Tee your arms out wide. Make your way to side 2. Legs fall to the left. Gaze shifts right. Feels better if your palms face the sky, that's fine. Again, really nothing you could do wrong at this point of class. You've already done all the hard stuff. Let your nervous system start to really relax. Bring your knees back in towards your chest. Extend your legs long. Bring your hands down to your sides. In our final resting pose, our Shavasana, we've been linking our breath and movement, all this stuff for the whole class. And this is the moment that you've earned to just let it all go and really cool out. And when you're ready, take one final big breath in together. And exhale all your worries, concerns away. You'll hear my voice in a couple minutes when it's time to conclude class. Great work today, everybody. Begin to take a few deeper breaths. Bring some light movement into your fingers and toes. Roll out your wrists, your ankles. And at your own speed, roll on over to the right side. We're going to rest for a moment using our right arm as a pillow. Then use both hands to press the ground away from you. Make your way up to a seat. Let's bring our hands together at heart center. Bow our heads. Just take a moment to thank ourselves for practicing today. I thank you for practicing today. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day wherever you are. And until next time, thank you, everybody.